Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'd like to walk you through a fundamental features of Mirage.js, which is a fantastic library for mocking your network-related requests in any JavaScript applications. And I will demonstrate some main features with a React application. Let's jump it right into the tutorial. So basically, it's a network mocking library that can simplify your network related tests like any other network mocking library. It's intercept your network request from your code. For example, when you're fetching or using some kind of HTTP client to send a network request, it will intercept that request, and it will give you a chance to return what you would like it to return. In many cases, when we send a request, it's not really predictable of what the response will be from that request. For example, the weather of the city. So if you call that API today, you will get some kind of response. Maybe it's cloudy or rainy, and the next day it might change to others. But we don't want our code to rely on that uncertainty. And we need the code to be 100% reliable so we can write our test and do the assertion. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to write the assertion. So a library like Mirage will relieve that pain. And the usage of Mirage is very, very simple. So we can start from the installation and look into a few examples to see how we can use that to mock our network request. So let's firstly install the Mirage to our application. I have already got the empty application up and running, which is nothing but a empty project from the Create React app. So this is a default page when you after you install the Create React app. And because the Create React app is using yarn, so we can use yarn add Mirage.js to the development environment, and that will install the package for us. Without using the Mirage, let's have a look at what's the current behavior of the application. So basically, we have the application. It has the spinner stuff on the page, as you can see here. So let's say we want the application to render a list of data, but the data is from the remote. For example, we want to render a list of users. The users are from a remote server. It's from API/users call, but we don't have that API ready yet at the moment. So instead of calling the real API, we will call the mock. Just like at the other network related code, we will put it into a use effect hook and fetch the data from the remote and set the users list, and then we run it. That's a pretty standard process. I will quickly write that. All right, so this is a very simplified version of using the fetch to get a list of items from the remote server and then run it in a list. And if we launch the application in browser now, and we can see if we search for the API users, and you can see we are sending the request to API users. Obviously, there's no such endpoint yet defined, so we will get something like this, and it will be an error, unexpected token, because it's obviously returned HTML that cannot be consumed in a React code. So that is a problem. So by using Mirage.js, we can very easily fix this kind of problem. So instead of sending requests to the real API users, by using Mirage, we can intercept that request and return something we predefined. So for example, if we want to catch that request, I want to create the server from Mirage.js, and then we will call that create server, and we need to pass in a config to the create server function. You can define many different options in the config. So now we are using the router, which will be the main place we're going to change. And in the routes, you can define as many routes as you want. So in here, we simply define a get route, which will catch this user API, and then we will return something from there. To intercept a get request, you simply do get, and you provide the path as the first parameter, and the second parameter will be a function that returns the data you would like to return to the calling site. So for example, the simplest case will be we return a empty array, which will be nothing on the page. And then if we refresh the page, as you can see, there's no arrow anymore on the console. Instead, there's some Mirage log showing up. So if you look at the response, it's simply a array we just defined. And that's how the two parts connected. So for one, our code send request, and the second half is the Mirage catch that request if we have a match there. So for example, if we instead of calling the users, if we calling profiles, because we didn't define a API/profile anywhere, so Mirage will simply throw an arrow, like it will tell you you can try to define a API profiles to get it sorted. So now let's change it back to users, and user is got the empty array here. What if we want some real data for testing purpose? Because we want to test the actual user to be rounded in the list. That's very easy in Mirage. We will simply provide the data like this. Name will be, let's define one user for now. And as you can see on the page, it's rendered just as expected. And if you look at the response from the server, it will be the thing we set it up. And if you want to add more items, it's up to you to. It's really straightforward to do that. It will run it on the page just like what we expected. So this is a very simple demonstration of how easily you can use a Mirage.js to catch your API and return some data from there. And we can do much more with it. For example, if we have a huge response from the network, and we definitely don't want to put the data inside the test file, inside this route definition. So we can define a file, let's say it's a data.json, and we put it into the JSON, and in the route definition we can import the data from JSON, and then instead of return this inline data, we can return the data from here. So it will be the same thing, but that will be much easier for us to change the data in the test. For example, if we want to add a few more here, let's say it's 3 and 4, and it will immediately reflect it on the page as well. And that's all for today. If you have any questions, please comment below. And if you want to learn more about the advanced usage of Mirage.js, please comment below as well. And please like and subscribe to the channel if you find it's useful, and share it to your friends as well. So until next time, see you.